everyone, today we're talking about fraction basics. Some definitions for you. A fraction is a number that has equal parts to a whole, and it has a numerator and denominator. So if we look, here's an example, 1/2, 1 is the numerator, and 2 is the denominator. Simplest form. A fraction is in simplest form when the numerator and denominator have no other common factor other than 1. So here's your example, 3/5. No other numbers can go into both 3 and 5 except for the number 1. And then reducing fractions. Divide both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. So we're going to try that in a few minutes. We've got some more definitions though. Proper fraction. When the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So if we look here at some examples, 3/4, 1/2, and 5/7. Improper fraction. When the numerator is larger than the denominator, so the opposite of a proper fraction. 4/3, 2/1, and 7/5. And a mixed number. A whole number together with a fraction. So we have 1 1/3, 1 2/5, 1 50 over 123. Let's try simplifying some problems. So I've got the fraction 10/12, and I'm going to try to reduce that. Simplifying and reducing are very similar. We're just going to make it simpler, look simpler. To do that, I need to think about what can I divide both 10 and 12, what can I divide into both 10 and 12 so that the number comes smaller. And my first thought is 2. They're both even numbers, so 2 can go into both of these. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I have 5, 6. That's as simple as it can go because there are no other common factors between 5 and 6 except for the number 1, so I'm done. Number 2, 28/35. Well, I know those are multiples of 7, so 7 will be able to go into 28 and 35. And remember, we're dividing both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. 28 divided by 7 is 4. 35 divided by 7 is 5. 4/5. I'm done. That's its simplest form. And then number 3, 45 and 125. Both of these numbers end in a 5, so I'm assuming they will both be divisible by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 125 divided by 5 is 25. Just think about quarters. If you have $1.25, you've got 5 quarters. So I've got 9/25, and no other number can go into both 9 and 25, so other than 1, so I'm done. Okay, let's talk about how to write a mixed number as an improper fraction. First, we're going to multiply the denominator of the fraction by the whole number. Then we're going to add the numerator to that product, and the result of that sum is the new numerator. And the denominator remains the same. So we're going to try a couple. You might have seen your teachers do this and this. That's simply just a visual representation of these steps. We're going to multiply 7 times 5, which is 35, and 35 plus 4 is 39, and our denominator remains the same. So this mixed number turned into an improper fraction is 39/7. This is helpful when you go into multiplying and dividing fractions. So knowing how to do this is really important. The next one, multiply and add. So 3 times 11 is 33, plus 2, 35, and keep the denominator the same. If you feel comfortable, why don't you pause the video and try this example on your own paper, and then when you're ready, push play, and I'll do it for you. 3 1/4. I'm going to multiply 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1, that's a 13/4. And the last part of this lesson is writing improper fractions as mixed numbers. So I'm first going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So instead of multiplying like we did last time, we're actually dividing now. The quotient becomes the whole number, and the remainder becomes the numerator. And then the denominator remains the same. So it's the opposite of what we just did. We're going to divide. Okay, I know that 11 can go into 42 only 3 times because 11 times 4 is too much. 11 times 4 is 44, too much. So I know it's going to be 3. So I had 3 times 11 was 33. So 42 minus my 33 leaves me with 9. And then 11 was my denominator before, and it's going to stay my denominator in this problem. So if you saw that, I knew that 11 can go into 42 only 3 times. So 3 times 11 is 33. The difference between the two, or the remainder, would be 9. So 3 and 9 elevenths. If I could simplify that 9 elevenths, I would, but I can't. So this is my final answer. Number 2, 18 over 5. I know that 5 can go into 18 3 times. So 3 times 5 is 15. So if I subtract, I'm left with 3 left over. 3 and 3/5. If you feel comfortable, pause the video, try it on this last one on your own, and then when you're ready, push play and I'll do it for you. Oh, 15 over 3. I know that 3 goes into 15 exactly 5 times. So 5 is the answer. Hope you did okay.